I'm Hamish McTackleberry. Welcome to my video? I don't think I'm supposed to be in this video, am I?
Oh, sorry, Hamish. Yeah, technically you're in the video, but it's not about you.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, they're gone. Guess I'll just keep standing here and disassociate or something.
Hello there, I'm Turin. That was Hamish McTackleberry, and welcome to an in-depth look at the new romance system in Coral Island. I say new, it's been out for a while. I've been meaning to make this video for ages, and I've finally done it. This video took a stupid amount of time to make. I had to start a completely new save file and play from top to bottom, having Hamish romance mark. This new romance system is highly innovative. I've never really seen anything like it in the farming sim genre. I think it needs to be covered, and I thought it would be really helpful just to create a really simple and streamlined guide about how it works, because you could be a returning player, you could just be somebody who's never played Coral Island, who's interested in how this works. People need to know that the system is fun, new, interesting, complicated, but at the same time, very intuitive. Anyway, let's get into this guide. In order to start romancing somebody in Coral Island, you've got to meet them first, of course. And when you do, you'll be able to see them on the map. You'll then have access to their character screen, and you'll be able to use this handy button down here to find them on the map super easily. You don't need to scour the map, you can just click right here. You've got GPS trackers on everybody. Every dateable person in Coral Island will start out with this shortlist on their character screen. It's down here on the bottom left. In order to become friends with a person, the list is telling you that you need to see Hangout 2 and Hangout 4. Until these Hangouts happen, you can only reach a cap of 5 hearts with any dateable NPC in town. The hearts beyond are gated with this locked heart symbol, and they unlock as you make progress. But what does Hangout Event 2 even mean? I hear you say, well, that means you need to have 2 hearts with a person before you can see this event. And that's how it works all the way down. If it's Hangout Event 4, you need 4. And hearts, of course, are the signifier for where your relationship is with a person in the game. But what is a hangout? Don't worry about that, we're going to get to that. Each character screen also records what items each person likes, loves and hates. It's really handy, it's over here. And this is above where you can look at where their expressions are. As you play through the game and witness people's expressions and all of the different outfits they wear, you collect them here in the menu and you can view them anytime you like once you've got them. So you can come here and look at them in their bikini all the time for some reason, if that's your thing. Don't know why you do that. Bet some of you are looking at Mark a lot with that. Filthy. So to generate your first 2 hearts with a person, you can give them 2 gifts a week and you can talk to them every day. Here's a list of the values of how all that works in terms of gifting. It's a short one, it's not too hard to understand. You can literally lose friendship points if you give something bad to a person. The interesting thing about Coral Island when it comes to items is that value from crops can carry over. Crops in Coral Island can be of bronze value, silver value, gold value, and osmium value. You might be familiar with values on crops from Stardew Valley. The big difference here in Coral Island is that these values can transfer over to cooked meals and artisan goods. Seen on this chart here, you can get a multiplier for increasing the quality of the gifts that you give to people. This means that although you might think you're really big and clever because you've got a stack of silver bars for Leah, they could all be beaten by bronze quality smoothies. But hold up, it's not just giving gifts to people that matters. You've got to talk to them too. Go figure. Dating involves speaking to people. Talking to a person once a day actually gives you 35 heart points. So it is actually very important to talk to them every day. It does add up. You can get more heart points for talking to the townsfolk at festivals. So if you just don't talk to them, save it for the festival, you can get up to 85 heart points when you chat to them at the festival. So the Cherry Blossom Festival, the first festival, is actually a really important event because you can get a lot of heart points with a lot of people if you go there, especially if you give them gifts that they like. Following these steps, using the core methods for generating heart points or friendship points, whatever you want to call them, you'll get to 2 hearts in no time. And there are also many different ways you can scrape together small pockets of friendship points throughout the game. Take a look at this chart here. These are how many points you need to accumulate to reach each heart level, but you don't need to worry about it that much. Just enjoy yourself, play the game, and stick to the core methods for gaining heart points to do it. Besides, that would be a different video if we started min-maxing every single way you can generate heart points. Oh, by the way, if you need any help figuring out what items people actually love in Coral Island, you can check out my Coral Island shorts if you need help with that. I'm slowly covering everybody's loved items in the game with my shorts. Not my actual shorts, but my videos, you get it. So now finally, what is a hangout? Well, now that you have 2 hearts, you've unlocked the ability to ask people to hang out with you. Quite literally ask them to go somewhere and hang out. It's an option that'll pop up when you talk to them, so long as you have 2 hearts with them. You're unlocking the system, and you're getting to see a special form of hangout right out the gate. This menu shows you all the different locations that are available to you on the island you can go and hang out at. And you get even more locations as you play through the game and regenerate the island. You get new places you can go, new restaurants. I won't spoil it for you. You just keep getting more and more. One time, randomly, I took Charles to the aquarium dressed as an octopus for his birthday. That's just, just one creative thing that you could do for some reason if you wanted to. The availability of Hangouts is subject to the time of day, the weather, and your heart level with the person in question. So basically, if it's first thing in the morning, there's a lot of things you can't do because businesses are not open. There are so many different types of Hangouts that I literally haven't tried them all. It's such an excellent feature. I love it a lot. It arrived before the romance system update, and it's been a huge game changer ever since. Now combined with the new romance system, it's highly immersive. A normal Hangout has you experience a cutscene where various activities can take place depending on where you went. Like, you might have gone to see the flamingos or whatever those hamster things are up in the bamboo area. And at the end of these Hangouts, you will get a small piece of dialogue that describes what your relationship is like with the person. Each Hangout takes 2 hours of in-game time, and it's a great way to pass time if you're trying to get to nighttime or something like that. Your first Hangout event, your chosen person, will include a detailed conversation, which often includes multiple choice answers and questions for you to interact with. This element is the difference between a normal Hangout and a heart level Hangout. You'll immediately know that you're on a special Hangout when you're having a much longer chat and with usually lots of different options for you to pick from. Once you've experienced your first Hangout, it will be ticked off the to-do list on the character page. Neat little tick to let you know that it is done and dusted. Now as you make progress towards 4 hearts with whoever it is you've chosen, you can also take them on normal Hangouts twice a week for 50 points. Don't think you have to save them for the Hangout events. Literally use them to generate heart points. When you finally have the 4 hearts that you need, you can see the next Hangout, and it's even highlighted on the character menu. Go ahead and enjoy the Hangout, and that too will be ticked off the list when you come back to it immediately. It'll be off there. After Hangout 4, you can literally go to the menu and see that you've got a new to-do list, and the heart path has been opened up for you. You can now get up to 8 hearts with your chosen person. Now, you need to see Hangout Event 6 and Hangout Event 8, and apparently you have to give this person a locket. When you go to bed, this will even be updated on the end of the day screen. You'll get a little animation of the hearts unlocked too. So now is a good time to actually talk about heart events, the original reward for leveling hearts with people in Coral Island. You can see on Leah's page here that I'm being directed to a heart event. But seeing heart events hasn't been on the list of requirements so far. Heart events and Hangout events kind of run parallel to one another. You get enough hearts with a person, go to a particular place at a particular time, and you get to see a cutscene. Heart events are more about what's going on in a character's life and don't always involve you. You can literally just not be in them. Putting it in simple terms, Hangouts simulate dating a person, and heart events are like cutscenes about things that happen to that person that you may be involved with. So feel free to watch your chosen person's heart events alongside your to-do list. You're literally meant to do that. It's not telling you to do that, but it just makes the whole experience more immersive. It's what you're supposed to do. Progress with seeing Hangout 6 and 8, and it'll be time to give your special person a locket. This locket symbolizes the fact you're now dating a person, and you can get it from the Blacksmith Brothers. in their shop for 1,500 coins. Here's Hamish giving a locket to Leah. And this means that you can now hug the person whenever you want to. Whenever you see them, you can give them a hug. Unlimited hugs you can have. In Stardew, it's a bouquet. In Coral Island, it's a locket. Fun fact here, you can progress to this point with every dateable person in town with no consequences. They're not going to confront you. You can literally date everyone. We're talking siblings up in here. Could change in the future. Right now, there's no punishment. For example, at this point, Hamish was actually dating Leah and Mark at the same time.
Wait a minute. You're gonna make me date everybody in town, aren't you?
Yeah, that's going to be your new job. I mean, you could build a little pufferfish farm as well if you want to.
Hey. Don't humor me. What makes you think I want to marry all these people and divorce all these people?
You can't actually divorce anybody at the moment, Hamish. There might be a point in the future where you have a manual save where you're dating everybody in town, and we'll see if anything bad happens to you.
Hey, I didn't sign up for this.
You did actually. We had a whole conversation. I'm guessing you were drunk or something.
Yeah, sounds like something I would do.
Now that you're dating that special someone, in this case Leah, for our example here, you'll immediately have access to a new to-do list. One which will allow you to get married. Just like before, it'll pop up immediately. Just hand that locket over and the character screen will change. This list looks a bit more complicated than the others because it actually is. It is quite a bit more complicated. And this is also where heart events suddenly matter. You can see on Leah's page here that I still have the same heart event to see. This is actually Leah's 4 heart event with the instruction of see heart event 10 on your list. You're now being told you need to see all of this person's heart events up to heart event 10 to be able to marry them. I actually went ahead and stress tested this. I got to this point with Mark and we had never seen any of the heart events. You can quite literally get to this part of the to-do list and you don't have to have seen any type of heart event, but there's absolutely no reason to do it that way. So carry on building your hearts as usual and enjoy Hangouts 9A and 9B, and they'll be ticked off your list as well. And it's here you might notice something odd. Even if you have 10 hearts with your person, Hangouts 10A and 10B will remain locked. This is because you actually need to see the 10 heart event first. This is why heart events suddenly matter. I assume it's presented this way just to keep the text looking nice and even, but it's a little bit confusing at first. At least it was for me anyway. So you go and see all of the heart events up to the 10 heart event. Maybe you've only got the 10 heart event left. And then 10A and 10B will be ready to go. You just need to go and do them. Now let's talk about a really important step on the list. You need to get your house to level 3 before you can marry somebody. So let's talk about house upgrades. The first house upgrade in the game is actually done for free and only needs 50 wood and 20 stone. You can do this on day 1 immediately. And then you get treated to a cutscene of you and the local carpenters fixing it up on the inside. This allows you to go from your house being a hovel to being something livable that you could put furniture in. House level 2 costs 100 wood, 50 stone and 10 bronze. It costs 5,000 coins and you can do it immediately after the first upgrade so long as you've somehow got the money. House level 3 requirements are very chunky as you need 40k, 200 wood, 150 stone and 10 silver. This is the house that gets you married. It gives you a spouse room. It's a very expensive upgrade actually because it only tacks on the ability to have a spouse room.
Wait a minute, hold up a minute. Why is Napoleon in this video? I just noticed this.
What of it? I can be in Coral Island too if I want to.
No, you can't. Get out of here. Quit following me around, you wannabe.
I am not a wannabe. I'm keeping tabs on you. I'm not letting you wreck this game as well.
I'm not gonna wreck anything. Except you mustachio.
Alright, you two, shut up. I've got a video to do. With all that out of the way, you could finally go and buy your loved one a diamond ring and get married. A diamond ring can be bought from the blacksmith shop, again, and it costs 5,000 coins. Propose to your loved one, and you'll get a bit of dialogue about getting married in 3 days. Stardew Valley players will be very familiar with this style of rapid marriage. You get a little let's get married in 3 days dialogue, and you get married in 3 days. On your soon-to-be spouse's character page, you'll now find an extremely short to-do list. I don't even know if it qualifies as a list actually, but it just says get married. Also, if you look at the top, you'll notice that they have 5 new heart levels that can be unlocked suddenly at the top there, meaning that the heart level's going to go up to 15. At the end of the day screen, after successfully proposing to your partner, you'll see all of your former lovers' statuses will change to friend. That's it. Can't have a ton of partners while you're married. Can't see anybody else. However, you can still hug them, which is actually really nice, and I hope that never changes. As each day passes before your wedding, you'll see these lovely wedding-themed cards pop up at the end of the day menu, counting down the days to the big day itself. On your wedding day, you'll immediately go to your wedding as soon as you go out the door, so make sure you're dressed for it. And yes, you can dress as a panda for it. In fact, you can wear anything you like. Hamish wanted to dress as a panda. Now that you're married, you can now work on getting those 5 new heart levels you just unlocked for your partner. These new levels will allow you to see 2 more special hangout events and 2 more heart events. You'll be building your heart points the same way as you did before, but with one huge difference. You can now give your spouse a gift every single day. Also, while married, you can now hug and kiss your partner as much as you want. And you'll even see a woohoo bed event in the mornings. This event seems to happen randomly and came into being off the back of an interesting Twitter meme. And here's some really good news. As of the 1.2b update that just came out, your spouses will now hug and kiss you. They'll ask you to. They'll ask for consent. These interactions are filled with consent.
I love it. Like, so much consent. Consent is cool.
It's a wonderful addition. They'll just randomly ask you for a hug or a kiss. Your spouse's character screens can now be found in a new section called Family. Maybe you already saw this already because you had some pets in the house. Once you've reached 12 hearts with your spouse, you'll get a message telling you can see their 12 heart event, so go ahead and enjoy that. Next up comes your 12 heart hangout. These post-marriage hangouts have extremely endearing dialogue that really seems to wrap up the journey you've been on. I particularly enjoyed Suki's dialogue with Hadley. It made me cry. I actually did. I was actually surprised that it made me tear up. Next up, build your way up to 15 hearts with your spouse, and the last hangout and heart event will arrive in the same fashion. And that's it. You're done. You've done the whole thing. That's how the system works. So, my final thoughts on the system are, it's awesome. It's amazing what a difference just adding longer conversations with multiple choice answers can make. I mean, that's quite literally what's been done here. Okay, you've got a milestone system, which actually gives you goals in your journey, but you're being encouraged to get to know a person across a long period of time. You're going on many, many different dates, even ones where you don't have the long conversations, and you really are simulating what it's like to get to know a person. I would heavily encourage people to try dating as many people as possible to actually find out more stuff about them. Because I've been seeing a lot of people in the community say that they feel differently about a lot of different characters now that they've been able to talk to them more using these hangout events. I didn't go into great detail about what actually happens when you're having these conversations because I didn't want to spoil any of them for anyone. One thing I will share about Mark is that he talked about his apprehension about having a family, how he felt like he was the black sheep of his family, and even talked a lot about his sister and his extended family a lot, something he doesn't really do if you're only just walking up to him and chatting to him once. It's honestly a very engaging experience, in my opinion. My only issue was caused by having already married both Leah and Suki before this new system arrived. As a result, I was unable to see their early hangout events and had to see them via different save files. Apparently, this issue might be solved with a future update involving the Tablet of Memories, a special item that exists in the game that allows you to replay heart events. If there is anything else that you still need help with for this system, just, comment below. Ask a question. If I can't help you, maybe the Coral Island Discord can. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else you're still scratching your head about. Regarding children, I covered that in my previous marriage video. All of that is still valid. You can check that out if you don't want to read the Coral Island wiki for some reason. Oh, and one more tidbit of information. The Coral Island 1.2b patch has spruced up the user interface across many systems in the game, including your Hangout text, so you'll notice it looks a bit fancier, looks nicer. I like it. It's looking neat. Oh, and by the way, all of the voice acting on my channel is performed by me, and sometimes my sibling. If you didn't realize that I'm every single character yet, Now you know.
You're lying. I'm a person.
Shut up, you're not a person. I mean, you are a person. You're just part of one person.
Let's move on. This is getting confusing. Just make the video already or watch the video.
Shut up, you boomer.
Thanks for watching this video, folks. I hope it helped you. Next up should be an adventure with Mark and Hamish, or rather Hamish marrying Mark. Gonna be honest with you, we don't really have that many backers left on Ko-fi at all, and I've been very inconsistent with uploading for a while now. I'm trying to get back into it, and I haven't been doing so well with my mental health. That's a big part of why I haven't been regular, but also I'm trying to work on a game as well. So if you would like to get on Hamish's fridge, that would help me out a lot. It's a tough time of year though, so, you know, only do that. Only help me out if you can. Thanks for watching.